Ah, Jesus Christ, I'm an absolute fucking retard. So this whole time it's been in the preview and I've been talking to myself. Alright, well, this is the Genocide Engine Livestream, I guess. So let me just start it up with Easter's epic intro of the engine, but the FMV doesn't show on the OBS thing quick enough. Now, actually, there we go. It actually showed a little bit on it. There we go. Epic. Alright, hey, it's Retro Seller. He is very epic. I don't see him very often, but he's an OG. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the scan lines. Yeah, if I can spell it right. So, this is the Woolworths map. This was actually based on my old job where I used to work back in 2015 and till 2018 or early 2018. So what I was trying to do this whole time when I thought I was live when I wasn't, was give a tour of the workplace. Now, there are a couple of changes in the engine, like for example, we have a hotbar now, which is pretty epic. Now, Woolies map, what are you making? Well, I'm not actually making anything with this. I actually made this when I used to work there and hated myself. But what I've done here is actually, I've actually ported the map to the Genocide Engine. So, there's going to be a few graphical glitches, like for example, the belts here don't scroll in the way I did it, you know. Basically the Doom effects in the engine don't work here. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so, where should we get started? Oh yeah, speaking of which, the song that's playing right now, fucking Chainsmokers Closer, holy shit. Every motherfucking day I went to this company, they would play this on their Woolworths radio. They would play the Woolworths theme song every hour, and every day I'd hear the Chainsmokers at least once. And, God, I hope they stop doing that now, but I don't even walk past this area anymore. Hey, welcome Russian man. Thanks for watching since 2018, that means a lot to me, it's very epic. I only have a couple OGs that stick around, so it's nice to see one of the epic ones. Hello, so I would like to buy $100 worth of cigarettes because I'm a fucking bogue in Australia. Now this here was the this was the cigarette area. So you'd have your cigarettes here with a bunch of warning signs here saying, don't sell to under 18s because it's illegal, you'll get fined and sue the company. So you had a bunch of those warnings, but also cigarettes underneath there too. Now here you had a couple Optus and Telstra shitty phones that you could sell to some people. But yeah, when I was here, which was pretty rare, I was normally on the main checkouts. Yeah, I get the most scraunchy voice bogan Australian come in, breathing cigarette smoke on me, asking for some more cigarettes, and yeah, I don't really like working in this area. They occasionally get that one person too that wants to return a chocolate they didn't like or something, because we have some weird return policy. I never understood the return policy. Every time that happened, I just got a supervisor nearby. So, yeah, well that's this area. We've also got the magazine rack, which was just like full of, you know, local newspaper. Usually boomers were the only ones buying it. There was also a couple of those weird women's magazines saying, oh, a famous actor you've never heard of is having a baby. Oh, is this a secret? Fucking, I don't know, just dumb shit. Yes, I did stream the Bugs Bunny game on PS1, but yeah, the mic was iffy. I was using this weird battery, you know, clip-on t-shirt mic that I got from JB Hi-Fi. I'm not using that here, I'm using the blue, well, not a not a blue Yeti, but a blue something, blue snowball, I think. This is what I normally use in Discord when I'm chatting to Davo. But yeah, so yeah, so that's this area. Now this area here was an absolute bitch. All it is though is a 12 items or less area. So you'd think, oh yeah, I'll just come in with, you know, 1 roast chicken, you know, scan it, we'll bag it right here on the outside. Well, I don't know why it's on the outside, but anyway, it's on the outside. Bag up the chicken, and yeah, good to go. That's not the bad part. The bad part was on a busy day, and yeah, it's the Chain Monkey song. And there's actually a good reason why I used that in that Baldi's Basic shoot up video, because that's all I wanted to do when I was working here half the time. So anyway, so here's your main checkouts. I've only got 2 here, but there was a lot more at the actual place. No, this isn't a sponsored tour. In fact, I'm going to show you where the cash goes, or partially anyway. So if you want to rob this place, be my guest. Yeah, anyway, so you would have, say, 1 person on the checkouts over here, right? And then a fuck ton of people just, you know, after school finishes, basically they just come in here, go, hey, groceries, you know, and then just get a big line. Now, if I was over here and there's 12 items or less, right, I'll be told to actually get customers with full trolley loads instead. Why I couldn't just move to another checkout was beyond me. I usually had to stick around on the 12 items or less anyway. So I'd get people with like full motherfucking trolley loads on the 12 items and less. But if you go on this angle, I pretty much have nowhere to actually put the groceries. I've got the scanner here, a little spot here, and the bags go here. And usually the customer stood here while there was like this weird shaped, you know, kind of spot where they put some groceries. So when they had a full trolley, it was a motherfucker on reaching up, you know, packing the bags, and then there was nowhere to really put it. So you just had to kind of just put it on the ground and hope they could kind of pick it up. So yeah, wait, fucking assholes, fucking customers. Anyway, yeah. So that's the self-serve checkouts. Now, as for the money I promised you, other than, oh yeah, we've also got these machines here. Now, this is the self-serve area. This machine was always broken, which is why I stuck a cash broke thing in the Doom map. Now, for money. So on the main checkouts, here's your scanner, 2 bags, you know, conveyor belt. But right here was the actual drawers. I haven't got a texture for it, or never made one. But yeah, the drawers are right here, and the computer was about here-ish. They're running Windows XP machines at the time I was working. They only changed towards the very end, but yeah. Now, what would happen is when the cash drawer would be getting kind of full, you get this green tube that was out of like a drawer here, and this little green tube thing, you would, you know, pick it up, put it in this big tube thing that goes all the way to the roof. And yes, Alvin's eyebrows are moving. I tried to make it like the Doom head, although he doesn't have any blood states at the moment. But I'll get to that. But yeah, so you stick the green tubes of money up in here, and it would like suck itself up to the top, and the light would turn red. Now, I don't have like, I don't know if this is the exact location of where the money gets sent to, but if you follow me over here, right, now it's pretty empty in this part of the map because I never quite finished this area. This was the produce area where you have your fruit and veggies, so this is where the cold veggies and stuff will be. There'll be lots of, you know, broccoli and fucking all sorts of stuff here, fruit. There was a bunch of meat here on the shelf in a fridge thing, and yeah, so this was the deli. So this is like where the you know, olives and stuff will be over here. You'd have fucking, I don't know, I forget, no, fish stuff was over there. Anyway, so you have normal, you know, ham stuff here, pork, I don't know. Then around here you would have raw chicken, and then even further you would have seafood stuff. But and then around there was like a fridge door. There was also another path through here. If I no clip through there. I mean, I never made it, but there was also an area you could wash dishes and stuff over there. But I never made it in the map. Now the staff room, which not finished either. So you're gonna have to use a bit of your imagination here. So staff room time. Ah, I was working on it at some point, I guess. Alright. Anyway, so you go through this like long hall. Wait. Anyway, so you go through this long hall. There was a door that made you go to shortcut to this other meat section here. These customers need to fuck off, seriously. I'm trying to show you some stuff. Anyway, so you'd have like the lunchroom table. You can barely even see. I'm just gonna have to draw. Yeah, it's lunchroom table thing over there, and over when you start walking towards this area, you would have like this long hallway, and then there was a locked office right here, and this is where I think where the money went in those chutes. And holy fuck, yeah, this Chainsmokers song drove me so fucking mad every single day I worked there. I'm glad I don't work there anymore. Holy shit, it drove me nuts. I hated it more than the Woolworths theme song that played every hour. I'm just gonna re-heal myself so it doesn't tint red. Alright. Yeah, so what else could I show you? Well, that was the underwhelming staff room that I never finished. This is the meat section. There was also a couple of fridges here for the customers to go get stuff. Actually, this part of it was the bakery, I believe. Yeah. I only made 2 aisles partially. There was probably about 12 or 14 or something. What is it doing on the top? Get down in there. Yeah, there was some goodies here, like LCM bars and stuff. Whatever was on special on that day. They put in these little wooden things. There was actually a few of these scattered in the room, but I only made the one for this map. Yeah. Actually, there was another thing I wanted to show, and kind of unrelated to the tour here, but in the weapons folder. Yeah, there it is. Pistol IRL .weapon. Alright, so I've actually bought brown gloves and a jacket that looks like the Alvin hoodie when put up to the camera. So, yeah, I'm going to actually film myself playing with toy weapons or whatever, and then edit them a little bit in frame by frame, maybe add a bit of dithering and color loss, and maybe it'll look like some decent sprites. But yeah, here you go. It'll look something like this. Yeah. Yeah, and the rest of the store, yeah, a couple more aisles. The Easy Mac was probably about here. That's probably one of the only things I shopped here for. Yeah. Well, the customers... Well, I'm not going to have like the actual Woolworths Doom thing in the game. That's just a bit messed up. But, as for the NPCs, these are just, you know, barely programmed NPCs right now. They're in a really unfinished alpha state. So at the moment they just kind of rotate and then just stop all their code from running, basically, except for the head turning code, so they just always look at you. But the reason why this head is attached is because I was testing how I could actually, you know, bind separate objects to the bones, because that way I can do dismemberment like Postal 2, which is what I'm planning. So like if you can shoot their arms off with enough force, head off and instant kill them. But yeah, I'm gonna reuse this base NPC but with different weapons and different heads and the way they act, maybe say different lines of like voice lines and stuff. But at the moment, in the current state of the Genocide Engine, they literally just rotate, look at you, and hurt you when they're up close. Nothing too spectacular there. Now for the inventory, it's still not finished yet. When you press tab, it will go to the sepia slow-mo mode, and you'll be able to modify everything in there. Now if I go and share my display, there we go. Alright, so if I go to my folder here, here's my little album resources and stuff. But I have a couple inventory prototypes in here somewhere. Ah yeah, here we go. PDM files. So this is what I was kind of thinking. You have 4 tabs here for your like actual stuff. So you had weapons, ammo, text, books. Because I thought it would be fun to like collect notes and stuff on the way. And then music, miscellaneous or whatever you want to call it. I don't know yet. Maybe I was just going to make it so you could pick up anything. You could pick up a dinner plate and throw it at people maybe. Who knows. And you were going to click here with the mouse, and you could put it in any slot you want, or even press a key. I just realized I'm dragging the wrong layer here. But still the wrong layer. Yeah, you click that, it would stick to your mouse like probably the Minecraft inventory, and then you can click whatever thing you want it to go on. Now, how this one works, also thanks for the epic positivity, Retro, you were very epic. I'm glad you're sticking around. But yeah, so how this one's going to work is you have the 4 number keys like Doom. However, it goes and extends all the way till minus and equals, right? See what happened here. I believe the engine just crashed when I pressed equals and the slot went up where it's not supposed to be. Yep, it crashed. Bruh. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna restart the engine. We'll go back into the main folder. Now I have a couple of maps. There's the Woolworths one, but I think we'll go to China next. Yeah, we'll go to debug build. And the launcher is also pretty unfinished, as you can see. There's the epic intro. Now let's put it back on. Yeah, this is going to be one of the maps of the game at some point. The objective is you have to go and get travel back in time to actual Tiananmen Square to get an Infinity Stone, because it was only here at that time. I just thought it would be a funny reason to go to this map. There will be tanks and stuff trying to kill you, and maybe even be able to drive the tanks yet, if I ever think about it. Now, what I was trying to demonstrate here, with the number keys, you'd have like the full row. You can even use the scroll wheel as well. But if you press the same number again, it goes to the B slot. So, for example, you have like, normal Doom weapons for, just say you had them. And then you have shotgun here, and maybe if you press it again, you could put a super shotgun in that slot here if you wanted to. Now, I'm not going to press equals for a little while because I'm a bit concerned. Yeah. Now, I don't know why my frame rate is taking so badly while live streaming. It's fine when I'm recording, but it seems when I live stream it just dips to like 20 FPS. which is not the case. Maybe if I go set GFX HT1, does that affect anything? Not really. All that did is just make it better graphics. Alright. Well, yeah, this is the... It's actually a pretty good map. I didn't actually make any of this. I found it on the Google SketchUp warehouse and just kind of ported it. But yeah, I do need to upgrade my PC whenever I'm recording anything, especially if it's something like if I'm recording Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, my frame rate just absolutely tanks. Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, your objective is you got to get fucking Infinity Stone as Alvin the Chipmunks. Now, another thing, you're going to be able to switch characters between the 3 chipmunks, kind of like Grand Theft Auto 5. At the moment, if I go player, actually set player character 1, now I'm suddenly playing as Simon. Although I'm reusing the same HUD graphic or mug graphic as Alvin at the moment. Internally in the game's code, it's actually loading the same PNG file, but they are separate entries. But yeah, so yeah, that's literally how you make maps in my engine. Is you you use Google SketchUp or Doom Builder and export it as like a B3D or 3ds. And, yeah, here's Theodore's account. Fucking not account, you know what I mean. Character. But we'll go back to yeah, Simon, since he has the weapons. Now you can press F to put away your weapons and stuff like that. These weapons here are actually weapons I made in way earlier builds before the hotbar, so they actually disappear straight on the spot because there's no exit state for these weapons, so they just disappear. But the shotgun, I did make an exit state test for it, so if I put it away, it animates in 5 frame delays slightly down, and then it ends the weapon. So I haven't actually made a compiler for the actual .wpn files that these weapons use. So at the moment, all the weapons coding is done in hex, and it's like it's like programming your own little instruction set. It's fucking complicated and annoying. But I'll make a compiler, most likely built into the engine via console command. But yeah, so if you wanted to light, say I wanted to light this map up a bit, we could go clear, actually execute clear world, which is just a bunch of destroy all commands compiled in one text file. Yeah, then we'll do map.load. Pretty sure it was China, but let's go load RGB China 000. Actually no, we'll make it 64. Try to make like a night one. And it wasn't China in the end. It must have been probably Square. I named it. There we go. Execute clear. What was the other? I always forget the names of the commands I use. Hang on. Clear objects is what I called it. Alright, and now if you want to change the fog color, we'll go GFX fog color. We'll make it pitch black. There you go. Alright, so we got this blue looking world at the moment. All we can do, int.create light.poly, that's what I think it was, there we are. And do var.spawnx, var.spawn y, var.spawn z. We want to make this area a bit red. Yeah, as for multiplayer, I'm not actually sure how to do multiplayer in actual code. Last time I did it in ClickTeam Fusion with this weird extension. So there won't be multiplayer initially on this release, but I am definitely going to look into multiplayer for the Genocide Engine in the future. And if I figure it out, then I will add multiplayer to this game. if it was to ever get finished, which I'm really doubting, but you know. Yeah, we've also got we got red, green and blue value, the range and how far you want the light to spread, and whether you want it to check the walls as it does it. So we'll try that, and you'll notice it tints my character. Now I believe it was map.refresh lights. Actually, it's not really lighting very much. So I'm going to try getting rid of the check walls variable. That's better. I'd say this map is just a bit funny with the polygons. So they've actually probably got like massive polygons that stretch out all the way over here. So it's going to make a bit lightning glitches. You can fix this with a bit of tessellation in your mesh, kind of like a PlayStation 1 game. Well, yeah, that's how you do the you know, shading, I guess. Let's see if we can add a yellow light here. There we go. But as you can see, right where the polygons start, you know, being massive triangles, it does cut the light off. But yeah, I mean, it's good enough for a fucking 90s looking first person shooter, I guess. Just got to do some careful placement, careful tessellation of the model, and I reckon the game will look pretty nice. Now, if I could make a PS1 port of this, that would be fucking amazing. But I don't think I'm skilled enough for that. Alright, what else can we do? Oh yeah, we can play some FMV files, I guess. What FMVs have we got still in the engine? Ah yeah, here's a good one. Mario.fmv. Yeah. Oh yeah, and if you ever were to get this engine and get stuck, I've got help documents and stuff. Got some examples. So if I want like help commands, you got all these things. And like if I type Patreons, hey, we got the one Patreon, Chimenko. He is very epic, and that means our whole Chipmunks first person shooter is getting a budget of $5 a month, which is so legendarily epic. So yeah, but to speed it up, of course, you can always get some more Patreons. But yeah. Oh yeah, and yes, you can bunny hop if you hold spacebar. Although chipmunks do bounce a little bit higher than the normal player character. If you're wondering how that works too, I've actually got all the player physics for the chipmunk in this text file, which if I execute it, it will set player jump height, you know, Y radius, blah blah blah. So if I was to set player jump height to maybe 0.1, or that bunny hopping. There's also another fun thing you can do here. If I I'm just gonna like reload this map, right? Because this map is just fucking. Actually, I might be able to go map.load mtest. It should still have all the files to not crash if I run it from it. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, that's gonna mess up. So if I go, there we go. I have got all the AI nodes in this map, so what was I getting to? Yeah, that's right. I was going to change the running speed. So if I turn off no clip, max speed, we're gonna make it. Ah, I went too fast. It's gonna take a little while for him to settle, I reckon. Any moment now. If you're wondering why it's shaking so aggressively, that's actually the bobbing going absolutely haywire. You know what, I might just kill the player. actually doesn't lose momentum. I might have to reload the engine because I haven't made it clean it up properly. Hang on one moment. We'll just go the regular. There we are. Alright, what I was getting to, set player dot max speed, let's change it to 5. There you go, you do be running kind of crazy though. Let's change it to 25. Borderlands 3 fans when they see an unraped child. There we go. Alright, also if you're wondering about... No, I gotta fix the speed up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hang on. Let him calm down. That's better. Alright. Yeah, the AI node stuff. This is what the Nostalgia Critic actually uses to like find stuff. So say... It do be looking kind of messy though. Say he was up on this ledge, node 72, and I was up at, I don't know, 64. Okay, node, pathfind, what was it, 72 to 64. Yeah, actually I did it the wrong way around. There we go. The path is blah 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 blah. So if we follow that, it's going to be like, So it goes from 72 to 71, which, so he would walk from over here to here, and then he will go to 81, which is down here on this hill, 84, here we go, 75, wherever that is, over there, he'll cut here, and yeah, and then we go 64, where the fuck they're way over where I am apparently standing. So, yeah, that's how the AI nodes for the fucking... Well, if I just spawn them, you'll see. Test baby, what could that be? Well, I'm just going to vibe over here next to node 51. It won't take him long. But we can make some real smart enemies, I reckon. Ah, here he is. Alright, I'm out of here. Now, it's actually kind of easy to outrun him when you're not playing as the chipmunk. But if I load chipmunk physics, this is me running. Oh, hang on. Ah, shit. You can just barely inch yourself away. Oh, I hate this fucking thing. Oh yeah, so this map is based off GM Construct. You know what, I'm just gonna undo this guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate that fucking head. Yeah, so this is actually based on GM Construct, except me and my brother made it in Google SketchUp, but with Doom textures. In fact, I think he used a base that was already kind of made on the workshop already. But yeah, it's also got animated water. Although I haven't actually I haven't actually made any entities for trigger zones yet, like say trigger hurt in the source engine. So I was going to add a trigger for water, so when you went underneath a certain region of the map, you would be able to swim all directions 360, you know, and have like a little breathe meter. I thought that would be pretty epic, but at the moment it's just a textured invisible plane. So how that works and how a lot of the maps are able to run a bit smoothly is I got map show scene model. Here we go. So this is the actual collision model of the map. And this is also, you also may notice that there's like this green low res pixelated texture on there. How the map sounds work. Oh, have I got stream lag? That's not epic. Yeah, so say when I'm walking on the ground, you hear grass sounds. If I walk over here, concrete sounds. Over here, metal sounds. They're actually like 8x8 textures that you apply on the collision map itself. So, but yeah, as you can see, that water didn't have any polygons on it, so it's only on the actual display map. So, I could actually simplify this map and optimize it a hell of a lot more. Like, for example, right here, it's like got a fuck ton of triangles for a straight line. I can fix that. Probably because of this part here is segmented. But anyway, if I hide that again, pretend it never happened. There you go. I also need to add a way to turn off the visible nodes, because when you have a lot in the map like this, in a completed map, they do get pretty annoying in this debug mode, which I need to, like, you know, do other debug stuff. He doesn't die yet, sadly. Yeah. Well, that's this build of the Genocide Engine, I guess. What else would there be to show you? Did I have a help thing for here? Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, whenever you need help in anything, you can, you know, type that. GFX target FPS is pretty epic too. You could make it. There we go. Now everything is in slow motion. Now, you know how there's always people saying like, oh my god, fucking Skyrim is tied to the frame rate. What is this, the 90s? Well, honest truth with the game engines, right? You have a couple choices in how you can make it sync up. You can literally just make it, you know, just do a game cycle per frame. However, if you do it like that, when the game dips, you would go half the speed, and when the game is, you know, fucking on a fast as fuck computer that's going at 120 Hertz, then it's going to play as double the frame rate, and everything will be sped up. So how you would get around this was two things. You can either make it update the game physics by milliseconds. I believe this is what the Source engine does. Every 2 milliseconds, it'll do another game cycle. But by doing that, you need a pretty beefy computer, even on a low frame rate, because it's still doing the same amount of calculations for the game. It's just rendering them a bit slower. So that's one method. That one's pretty stable though. You just it takes a lot of effort. But then there's delta time, where if you make every bit of game physics actually change depending what your frame rate is. So say your player speed is 1. I'm running right now, and you are running at 30 frames per second. You would make the player go running at speed 2. You would actually double the speed to catch up, and it would just seem like as if you were playing normally. This is how my engine works. So yeah. So say I set the target FPS to 120. Say it was built for it, which it's not. Everything's calibrated to 60. But yeah, it would, you know, go double speed. So this is delta time kicking in. But this variable will always be 60, and it'll actually update depending what the frame rate is already. Unfortunately, I don't think I can uncap the frame rate in windowed mode to demonstrate it. But yeah. And as I said, whenever I live stream on this PC, my frame rate in anything just tanks like a motherfucker. especially if I'm in Windows Area. So I'm in Windows Basic right now. So as you can see, I'm getting like, in this low-end engine with fuck all in it, I'm getting like 40 to like, you know, getting fuck all. But when I'm not recording or doing anything special with it, it can go up to about 260-ish on the China map. I haven't actually seen what it does on this map. On my Windows 98 computer, that's currently fucked. That's the, if you're unaware, that's the Windows 98 computer that I make the Kippy Kip 2009 videos on. Yeah, that computer's fucked, and the hard drive is, you know, fucked. So I need to replace the hard drive, which I'm already kind of made half a video of me repairing it, but yeah. So my PC specs, hang on, I think I've got a file on my desktop for this. I go gay fuck, and it would be this text file, my PC specs, mate. Now, if I switch over, there we go. Now, I don't know how up to date this is. I did change my graphics card at one point. Yeah, so I've got a 1060, and this has been my bottleneck since I bought it. i5 3570, it's actually a K. 3570K at 340 to 380. Although it actually, only one core can go up to the 3.80 as advertised on eBay. It actually goes up to 3.6, and my motherboard is not overclockable, because I was a dumb idiot kid in 2013 that didn't understand that, oh wait, if you buy a K CPU you also need a overclockable motherboard. I wasn't a complete retard. Yeah, I got 12 gig of RAM. But yeah, not horrible. A bit out of date now, but it still plays most things pretty much well okay. It's just Grand Theft Auto 5 with this CPU really gets bottlenecked. Goes to about 30 to 40 at sometimes, especially online. And Payday 2 also dips quite a bit. Well, yeah, that's that one. I've also got the 98 computer specs, which is always getting changed a little bit. So we've got an ASRock 775i65G, Sound Blaster 128 Vibra, GeForce FX 5950 Ultra as the graphics card, and it's running a Pentium 4 at 3.2 gigahertz, and it has 500 meg of RAM. And this hard drive is now dead, and I've got a 500 gig one in there, so I should probably take that off. Yeah, update my spec thing a bit. There we go. So that's the 2009 PC. That's dual booted with Windows 98, which also comes with DOS because it's 98. But that's what's broken. So I've reinstalled Windows 98 partially. I've still got a lot of drivers to install and a lot of unofficial patches, plus games. And then I've also got Windows XP itself that I got to do. And I'm actually going to make this a YouTube video, and this has been ongoing for like weeks just because I just don't have time to work on PCs like I used to back in high school. Yeah, working part-time, 30 to 40 hour weeks, and also trying to make this engine. It's just yeah, it can get a bit, yeah, difficult. But yeah, it is worth staying up. Say at the moment it's 1:27 AM. This is usually when I go to bed on the weekday. Actually, lately it's been about 12:30, and I've just crashed into bed and then get up at 5:30 because I work like an hour away from work. So yeah, get ready and be there at 8. Fuck, I hate living where I am. It's too far from everything. It takes like 10 minutes to get to the nearest like fuel station or anything. And then like if you had another 5 minutes, you can go to a McDonald's and an IGA where you can get some grocery shopping. But yeah, it's like in the middle of nowhere, cane farm. But at least we got NBN though. We got a little bit of a speed increase. Yeah. What should I What should I show next? I haven't really got much else to show. I don't know, fellas, who's still watching? 5 people. Oh, I may as well do a speed test, hang on. Also, did you know that Opera made a fucking gaming web browser? So you can game while browsing. You can even set like a... The only difference I noticed is it's black and it has a RAM limiter and a CPU limiter. But, ooh, oh, don't dox me now. Come on, don't be that. Well, yeah, before I was getting 20 megabits download and 0.9 upload, which was horrendous. But now it's tolerable. 13 megabits. Americans still get a whole heap more, but this is good enough for me, honestly. Way better. Fuck ADSL2, seriously. You'd upload a picture onto like Facebook Messenger and the internet would go down for everyone else in the house because they can't upload anything while that picture is uploading. It was the worst. And when I was uploading a video, I had to wait until it was like 12 when everyone went to bed so I could upload a video and then have it done by the morning. And if it was a long like hour video, it would actually go for like a day and a half sometimes. So yeah, fuck ADSL2. Well, yeah, Opera do be pretty good though. The only reason I switched to Opera back years ago was because I had a bunch of side-loaded extensions, or extension as I modified, so I didn't have to pay for it. And yeah, whenever I loaded them into Chrome, every time I turned on the browser, it would lose focus on whatever I was doing and say, do you want to remove side-loaded extensions? You do want to remove them, right? They're not from the web store. And just bugging me every time. And if there was an extension that was not made on the store, say it got taken down, say, for example, Dissenter, if you side-loaded it, it would just tell you to remove it every time. So I switched to Opera just because of that. It runs on the Chrome engine as it is, so it's like, well, what's the point? Yeah. Oh yeah, it has got a free VPN, although I don't really use it. I normally just use like the what do you call it, deep web thingy instead. Now fortunately these are just like drug URLs, but what I was trying to do was find out what the name of this key thing that a lot of websites are using. This was the only site I know that used it. So whoop. Well yeah, yeah, I'm on Telstra, and it's easy to bypass website blocks and stuff. I recently noticed, I'm not a weeb, but I did notice they blocked Kiss Anime, so just so you Australians know, to change your DNS server so you can watch, you know. Alright. Well, honestly, I'm probably going to end the stream soon. If I have anything else interesting in the engine, I guess I might. Int.create should help. What do we got? KK slider, some tint sprites, 3D sound, not a whole lot of stuff. What's fucked up? Kiss Anime. It is fucked up. Yeah. Pretty sure if I go, sure I changed my DNS, so let me check. Yeah, so I can do piracy and stuff, so that's all good. So what to show? Oh, they blocked 9 anime as well? Damn, chief. I mean, a nigger just really wanted to watch Beastars one day, and I was like, it's got like Zootopia with guns, huh? I guess I'll watch that. And then it was all gangster until the bunny started stripping, and you're like, you know what, Chief? I don't think this is for me. But it do be blocked on Telstra internet though. Alright, well, I'm probably going to end the stream soon, so thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed some demonstration stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the Woolworths tour. It'll be some good kudos if you can break into it, and yeah, I'll see you at some point. Epic.